Hi again. Um, Last couple of days been working on this, and this is a 100% automatic chicken farm, and it's a lot simpler than it looks really. Basically it will use just under 3,000 eggs over the course of 6 hours. 2,880 eggs to be precise, and dispense them 160 at a time every 20 minutes, and let the chickens live for 25 minutes, and then crush them, and the items get carried to you, so you can just sit AFK, go to sleep, whatever you want, and collect up a load of chicken, or feathers if you so desire. So I'll explain it in the order that everything happens to the chickens. So this is the 20-minute timer. It's 4 dispensers in a circle. So this dispenser will dispense an item onto that pressure plate, which deactivates the torch attached to that block that the pressure plate's on, which then turns off this signal. So when that item lands on there, it will activate this torch, which will activate this monostable circuit, which will just turn that constant signal from the torch into a short pulse. That pulse will then be lengthened by this pulse lengthener here, and that will then power this clock for 8 pulses. You can make this as long as you want, so the longer you make this, the less time the whole thing will go on for. So at the moment I've got 20 repeaters in there, and it'll last for 6 hours. So I think if you make it to 40 repeaters, it'll last for 3 hours. Should work like that. I know there's a few quirks in Redstone that sometimes make it behave funny, but it should work like that. So, you know, if you put half as many repeaters in there, it'll go for 12 hours at a time, and you can put a load more dispensers in there, whatever you want, so it can last for ages. So yeah, so that's how the dispenser part of it works. So 15 minutes after they're hatched in there, which is this one behind it, this signal will go off. This is happening by these items despawning that are coming out of the dispensers. So when that one despawns, it'll cause another item to spawn out of that dispenser, and so on. So when this one goes off, we unpower these pistons, which let the chickens through. So they're 15 minutes old at this point, and they get dropped down there. They'll be held there for 10 minutes, because this signal that comes on 5 minutes later is only the right time for the first lot of chickens that spawn out of the dispensers. Most of them will be sort of a few seconds away from growing to adults when they're killed, if you take the signal from this point. So if you just leave it for another 5 minutes, take it from there, then they'll all definitely be adults, and you get maximum possible yield. So again, the signal's inverted from there, so when it goes off, this torch comes on, which will power both of these lines here. So this is just a monostable circuit, 6 repeaters on max delay, which is just long enough to crush all the chickens. And then this line comes through these repeaters to delay it a couple of seconds, which will then retract these pistons, allowing that water to flow through and the items to come right to where you're standing. So yeah, you just stand there and go AFK for 6 hours, turn it on, and should, I think it should fill up your inventory. Haven't tested it yet because, well, I've only just finished it, so I'll probably test that tonight. But yeah, I'll just show you it in action. So I'll try and cut out the boring bits. So when we turn it on, that dispenser gets powered, which powers that, powers the clock, chickens get dispensed. A few of them will die, they get sort of caught in the dispensers, but we've got 14 in their time. You usually get at least sort of 15 to 20. It does vary, but as I said, you can put as many dispensers in as you want, or have it going for longer. But yeah, the longer you go, have it dispense, the more items you have it dispense, and the less time it will last, obviously. So yeah, I'll just pause it for now. They'll be in there for 15 minutes, and well, it's probably been about a minute, so in about 13-14 minutes that gate will open and they'll flow through there. So I'll try and time the unpausing right. Okay, so I think any moment now that item should despawn and the gate should open up. So yeah, there we go. So they'll all get carried into there, and then in another 5 minutes that gate will close and next lot of chickens will spawn. So I'll just pause it again until then. Okay, so any minute now. It's just gone. So that gate's just closed and the chickens are spawning again. And we've still got those ones in there for another 5 minutes, because they're not quite all adults yet, I don't think. Should be within a few seconds, but take them off the next 5 minutes just to be safe. So I'll just pause it one last time and show you the crusher and the water in action. Okay, so any moment now the crusher should come on, and that'll be pretty much it. I think I've covered just about everything. If you want to know any more sort of details about any part of it, let me know in the comments. If you've got any suggestions for how I could optimise the redstone, that'd be good. Appreciate it. So they see the crusher's working and the items all get carried to you. So I think I still need to mess around with the number of dispensers. But yeah, at that rate, if I'm getting 10 chickens every time, then that'd be 30 an hour. So that'd be 180 in total. So that's barely 3 stacks. That's not very good. But as I said, it's just a proof of concept. It's not fully optimised yet. Yeah, I think just need to get more dispensers in there with more eggs. So I'll have to figure out a way to turn it into just an egg farm as well. Because obviously it's going to use up a hell of a lot of eggs. The way it's set up, it'll use up just under 3,000. So I'm sure it should average a bit higher than that, because no, most of the time I've been getting 15 to 20 chickens in there. There was only 14 in there that time, so I think the average will be a bit higher than that, but still, it's not a great efficiency, but yeah, if you've got any ideas how it can be improved, do let me know, and if you like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.